Parshas Truma, the Torah says, "Daber b'nei Yisrael v'yikchu li truma, me'ez kol isha asher yidvenu libo tikchu es trumasi." So the Torah uses an expression, "v'yikchu li truma." If you translate it roughly, that translates, "They shall take for me a truma," which really makes no sense according to English grammar. It should either be, "They shall take for themselves a truma," or "They should give to me a truma." But to say "to take for me a truma" sounds like somebody just got off the boat. So why does the Torah use this expression, "v'yikchu li truma"? So there are two approaches here. Approach number one is that in a situation where a person, imagine somebody goes to the Queen of England and wants to give her a bouquet of flowers, and the Queen rejects it. The Queen rejects the gift. So the person who wanted to give the gift then feels bad that the gift was rejected. V'yikchu li truma means that you're giving something to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But when you're giving it to somebody who you'd like to have him receive it, so then you're the one who's actually doing the taking. By giving, you're doing the taking. Therefore, v'yikchu, they shall take, li, by giving to me the truma, it's actually an act of taking. A child who wants to help his father, imagine a father's building the sukkah, and then the 3-year-old comes out with his plastic hammer and to help daddy. So he bangs on the boards that daddy's trying to put up in the boiling hot sun, and he's helping daddy. The only one who's really helping is mommy because he's out of the house, so he's not bothering mommy. He's out there helping daddy. There, the child, by being allowed to help, is actually taking. He's on the receiving end. Therefore, the Torah says, "V'yikchu li truma," that it's actually an act of taking, number one. Number two, there is a challenge here that Klal Yisrael are going to build the Mishkan, and you have to get Jews to donate money. Now, the famous story of the rabbi who says to his shul, he gets up, he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have to build a new wing on our shul for expansion purposes, and I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that we already have the money. The bad news is that it's in your pockets." And therefore, a person understands that, you're trying to get money out of Jews. That could be so easy. So the Torah comes along and the Torah says, "V'yikchu li truma." What does a person, when he's asked to give, what does a person have to keep in mind in order to develop the attitude of being able to give generously without it being painful? And the Torah says, "V'yikchu li truma," based on the pasuk, "Li ha-kesef v'li ha-zohov." I, Hashem, am the owner of the kesef. I, Hashem, am the owner of the zohov. Although you think it's yours because it's in your pocket, really it is li, it is in my pocket. Li Hashem, it is my money. You only have it because I gave it to you. Remarkably, the word kesef is made up of 3 letters. A chaf, like the Hebrew word kaf, which means the kaf, the palm of the hand. A samach is round, symbolic of the skull, called the gulgoles, which is round. And a pei obviously corresponds to the peh. The lesson here is that in speech, the mouth, thought, the gulgoles, and the palm of the hand, action, and speech, thought, and action, we are very focused on the word kesef. Kesef has a special place in our heart. When Lavan says to Yaakov Avinu, "Ki nichsafta leveis avicha," you have a strong desire to go back to your father's home. That's kesef. Kesef comes from the word desire. Zahav is the 2 Aramaic words of zeh, this, hav, give to me. And since we have such a strong connection to the kesef, when a person is going to be asked to give, and a person has to donate to help with the community, whether it's building a shul or a mikveh or a day school, whatever it is, it's important to develop the attitude of, ultimately, the only reason I have money is because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is good enough to put it in my pocket. And therefore, when it's time to give back, and time to help out, and time to donate, if I have the attitude of li ha-kesef, that it belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then it makes it easier for a Jew to be generous, to be a giver, to contribute, and to contribute with his heart, as the pasuk ends, "Asher yidvenu libo tikhu es trumati." Your heart is in the donation because you realize where the money comes from.